Hello. You may see me sweat. It's good to sweat. It's always good to sweat. If you can, get rid of the toxins and impurities and the rubbish. You might even burn off a little bit of fat. Whew, so it's incredibly warm. Glorious all the same. Some of you might not recognise me today with all my hair. I haven't cut my hair for a few weeks because obviously I've got a new tattoo and I just wanted to make sure it was healed as much as possible before I start cutting away. A tattoo heals on the surface in about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. It looks like it's completely healed, but internally in the dermis it can take 6, 8, 10 weeks even, but it's about 8 weeks. It's about 2 months, somewhere between 2, depends on the colours and everything else, 2 to 3 months. But mine's just a solid black, as we see. So yeah, I'm looking at maybe 8 or 9 weeks or whatever. So I haven't cut my hair for the last couple of weeks or whatever it is now, I can't remember. So I will cut it at some stage. We'll be back to the familiar old Bri. So a couple of things just to talk about in this video for a second. A couple of serious things, I suppose, really. Number one, I'll have to mention Liam Payne, I think, the lead singer of One Direction, who, you have to be careful what you say on YouTube. I'll tell you why in a minute. Who is no longer at, I believe, his own hand. Do you know what I mean by that? Okay, so the press tell us he fell from a balcony. So the word fall is the word that I don't agree with. But all that will come out eventually. It's none of my business, and I wasn't a fan, but he was 31 years of age and he leaves a 7-year-old son. That's incredible. They've got to explain to that child, well, got to explain something to that child, God knows what. But yeah, it's incredibly sad, and I think it's probably mental health is a big thing, mental health and addiction. As you're probably aware, I've lost 3 friends to that S word, and any youngish life that goes always puts me in mind of those people. So it is a very horrible, sad situation, regardless of whether you was a fan or not. I wasn't, but you know, it's a terrible shame. So that's that. Now, talking about the words we cannot say and what have you, I've just been in YouTube jail this time. It's 2 or 3 times Facebook jail, and now it's YouTube jail. I've been in YouTube jail now for the 2nd time. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I commented on a couple of videos I watched a few days back, and nothing wrong with anything, I didn't think. And then I went to comment again, and it just said account suspended. You cannot comment on anybody's videos for 24 hours because you've been bloody naughty. They said I went against their, went against their stuff, their policies and what have you. So, freedom of speech, I've said this before, but freedom of speech it does exist, but it's getting eroded very quickly in this country. And now we have that thing in number 10, that lying, cheating, thieving thing, the holier than thou, that thing, who's putting people in prison for naughty words and, Facebook posts. Can you believe it? going to write that in the history books, aren't we? 2024, some people were in prison because of a lying, cheating idiot took offence, a bit of umbrage to what somebody typed on social media. So, in their wisdom, YouTube decided to get rid of me for 24 hours. And what it was over in the end, it turns out that somebody mentioned about Kia getting, well, he said it was 16 grand in, you know, from his male, I can't say that word either, friend. That'll all come out, no doubt, in the wash, same as the other child. Yeah, it's all coming out, isn't it? But he said it was 16 grand that his friend gave him, and they said no, it wasn't, it was 30 grand. So he said, well, yeah, all right, 30. And then they said, hang on, it was 60. And he said, well, yeah, it was 60. And now they're saying it's £100,000, isn't it? And he said, well, yeah, about that. So they're saying, well, 130 now. My God. So people are buying that Kia, aren't they? Quite clearly. I give you £100,000 and this is what you do with it. You push this through and you say this and you make sure that goes through Parliament and, you know, all the rest of it. Cash for questions, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But so I watched a video on that idiot. Somebody had made a video on that absolute arsehole, and somebody commented and they said, my God, 5 years of this lot, what is the world going to be like in 5 years? So I said, I think this is right. I said, I think the king should step in and get rid of him. Perhaps even get rid of the party, who knows, you know, because they do go to him and ask, may I form a government, your ma'am? And he says yes or no. Well, he always says yes, because he can't be bothered to do anything else. But so I said he should step in and get rid of either Kia or get rid of the whole bloody lot. And somebody else jumped in and they said he can't do that, he's not allowed to do that. So I said, well, what's the point of him then? Might as well get rid of him. That was it. What's the point then? Might as well get rid of him. Honestly, if you're, you know, this figure, this fanciful, crazy figure with pots of money, gold, paintings, castles, living in castles, rolling in it, rolling in it. What's the point? What does that person do? If he cannot look after his people by saying, you know, I've got £88 billion, 23 massive mansions, castles, estates and huge homes. They're all heated in the winter. That's me. So I'm okay, Jack. So as your old Charlie boy, I am going to get shot a Kia and give his wages to the old grannies and keep them warm at Christmas. You all right, little pig? Hey, good boy, Ken. Oh, it's warm out here. Yes, I've been naughty, but that's par for the course. Get the boat. There won't be a person left on the planet that isn't naughty, because it's so easy to fall foul. And when you say something quite innocent, I believe that's quite innocent for me. I've said worse. We should have freedom of speech in this country, but it is getting eroded very, very quickly. And the oddest thing of all is that Sunak decided to do nothing about stopping the boats. Keir has decided to do nothing about stopping the boats. Boris did nothing about stopping the boats. The reason being is Keir has just signed some charter or whatever to welcome more and more of these people in to the country for 10 more years. 10 years. You are a beautiful boy, aren't you? You are lovely. Come here, love. Hello. Where's your head? That's it. Hello. Good boy. Okay. So, there's lots of crimes. Knife crimes, machete crimes. There's a lot of shoplifting now that goes on. And when you see the videos on YouTube, there is one thing that everybody has in common. Now, of course, we're not allowed to say that, but imagine if it was a colour. Imagine if they were all purple, for instance. Now, you'd be called a racist if you said that, so let's not say that, but there is one thing they've got in common. When they go all mob-handed down a town centre stabbing people, or they go into shops and rob them, they all look similar, and they may be the colour purple, all of them. But we're not allowed to say that, otherwise, you know, we end up in prison, according to Keir, or Facebook and YouTube and things like that get rid of us. This world we live in, craziness. So I am off down Tesco's, get a few bits in, and then a day of relaxation. This is Thursday while I'm making this, so tomorrow is our cheat day, because I'm on a carnivore diet, so our cheat day comes tomorrow, which is a great big fat Chinese. I don't know if I'm allowed to say fat, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say Chinese, probably not. So we'll just call it a rotund, not fat, rotund meal, not Chinese. So yeah, my rotund meal. Load of bollocks. Welcome to 2024. You alright, babe? You need a drink by the sounds of it. Come on with your ball. Good boy. Okay. We'll be back another day. Wow, or will we? Best behaviour. You see on YouTube now, people say friggin'. Could you imagine me? Oh, it's friggin' hot. What's friggin'? Is it some words that means fucking? I know what fucking means, we all do. But friggin'? Oh, it's friggin' hot. If you're going to say friggin', say nothing, right? Just say it's hot. Take the friggin' out of it and shove it up your arse. Friggin'. Take care and be well.